Today's goal, the learner will master solving by factoring ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 when a does not equal 1. So factor the expression. So before we solve, we need to remember how to factor. So remember yesterday, a equals 4, b equals 12, c equals 5. So we do a times c is 20. And they have to add to equal 12. So what things multiply to 20 and add to equal 12? 10 and 2. But remember now, here's the tricky part about these. We can't just say those are the answers, because see how a is 4x squared? You have to think, how do you multiply to equal 4? Well, your options are 4 and 1, or 2 and 2. So what I ask is this. Can I multiply 4 by a whole number and have it equal 10? No. Can I multiply 4 by a whole number and have it equal 2? No. Then this one does not work. So go to the next one. Can I multiply 2 by a whole number and have it equal 10? Yes. What would you have to multiply it by? 5. It goes in the opposite. Can I multiply 2 by a whole number and have it equal 2? Yes. 1. Goes in the opposite. So this factors into the quantity 2x plus 1 times the quantity 2x plus 5. Okay? So let's take a look at the next one. 3s squared minus 8. So you get a is 3, b is 0, c is negative 8. Negative 24 and adds to equal 0. Is there anything that multiplies negative 24 and adds to equal 0? No. So that means cannot be factored. Okay. Let's take a look at number 3. Now, something I should have mentioned earlier. 12, 28, and 24. What do all of those have in common? They're all even. So they can at least have a 2 factored out. So check to see if there's a number you can factor out of all of them to start with. So let's see. Not only 2, but 4. How about 6? Not 6. So 4 looks like it's the largest. So let's see what happens. If I factor out a 4, I get 3x squared minus 7x minus 6. So now, just looking at what's inside the parentheses, I would say a is 3, b is negative 7. So a is 3, b is negative 7, c is negative 6. So you have to think what multiplies negative 18. If you need to, write that part down on the side here. Negative 18 adds to equal negative 7, negative 9, positive 2. Well, the only way to multiply to 3 are 3 and 1, and then you still have that 4 there. What would I have to multiply 3 by to have it equal negative 9? Negative 3 goes in the opposite. What do you have to multiply 1 by to have it equal 2? 2. So there it is. So there's the factoring. Now we have to look at solving the equations. So let's take a look at the next example. It says solve the equation. Well, the only way we can solve the equation is by factoring here. Well, I see one thing. Factor out a 3. So you get 2x squared minus x minus 21 equals 0. And then you can just divide both sides by 3, so that goes away. So now you just have to look at 2x squared minus x minus 21 equals 0. So you have to think this. It multiplies to negative 42 because 2 times negative 21 and adds to negative 1. And you would get negative 7, positive 6. Well, the only way to multiply it with 2 is 2 and 1, because you always have to multiply to a. Can I multiply 2 and have it equal negative 7? No. Can I multiply 2 and have it equal 6? Yes. Positive 3 goes in the opposite. What do you multiply 1 by to have it equal negative 7? Negative 7. See how negative 7 times 3 is negative 21? They always have to equal that. Now, we're not done now though. See, now you got to go 2x minus 7 equals 0. X plus 3 equals 0. So you get x equals 7 over 2. X equals negative 3. There's our two x-intercepts, or the solutions to the equation. Okay? Let's look at another example. Alright, here we have variables on things on both sides, so you have to get it equal to 0. Well, I like to keep a positive. See how it's already positive? So what I would do is subtract x, subtract 8. So I get 0 here equals, and then this would be 12x squared minus plus 6x minus 6. Now, instead of factoring out a number, you can also divide. See how all of those are divisible by 6? So divide everything by 6. Now again, the only time you can do this without factoring it out is when you're solving, not when you're factoring. So you get 2x squared plus x minus 1 equals 0. Well, now you have to think. A times c, negative 2, adds to equal 1. Well, what multiplies negative 2 and adds to 1? Positive 2, negative 1. So I have 2x and x. What do I have to multiply 2 by to have it equal 2? 1. What do I have to multiply 1 by to have it equal negative 1? Negative 1. So I get 2x minus 1 equals 0, x plus 1 equals 0, so x equals negative 1, x equals 1/2. So there's solved by factoring. Let's take a look at maybe another example. Okay. It says solve the equation. Okay. Just remember this part. Add the 175. I'm going to leave it there. You guys try to factor it and solve, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.